the Elvis Presley Birthplace and Museum. There's the back of the house there. When Elvis was born, the road running alongside it, the road running in front of the house and carried on up in that direction was called Old Saltillo Road. Now it's called Elvis Presley Drive, of course, but back then it was Old Saltillo Road.
It's attached to the house, like the mantel, the fireplace, of course, the doors, the floors, the rug. It's all original to the house. But Elvis was born here, of course, the year after the house was finished. They moved in about Thanksgiving of '34, and Elvis was born, of course, January 8th, '35, right here in this room, along with his twin brother Jesse. Of course, Jesse died at birth, so Jesse's buried about 4.5 miles down the road here.
Just speak up then.
Y'all seen a lot of Presley graves,
yes,
but not Jesse's.
Not Jesse's, no.
Nobody knows where that's at, so it's there somewhere. Of course, they had to leave this house. The house was repossessed when they had lived here 4 years, and the house repossessed. They never paid, Vernon never paid a penny on the $180 he borrowed, so they had to move on.
The same disease.
This is how the kitchen would have looked.
It reminds me of my grandparents. It does it? Yeah. So is this
just a two-room shotgun shack, so called because you could shoot a rifle through the front door and it would go straight out the back without touching anything in the house.
Even Elvis?
More information about his time here in Tupelo. Jesse Garron, stillborn, 4 a.m, January 8th. Elvis born 35 minutes later. Right here in this house. Of course, this was Old Saltillo Road, would have been a row of houses similar to this, going all the way along the road. And Elvis's grandfather, Vernon's father, Jesse, lived right next door. We are 1945, where Elvis sang Old Shep at the Mississippi Alabama Fair in Dairy Show. That was on October 3rd, 1945. He came 5th. And the following January, Elvis received a guitar for his 11th birthday. He and his mother went to a Tupelo hardware store, which still stands in Tupelo. We'll be calling there later. Elvis began listening to black gospel music. By 1947, the Presleys were definitely living over in Tupelo, in the black community up on the hill of Green Street. It wasn't Shake Rag. Elvis never lived in Shake Rag. Shake Rag was down the bottom, just off Main Street. But Elvis still would have been exposed to all the black influences of the gospel music and the blues. And finally, November 48, the family moves to Memphis. So this is the Assembly of God Church the Presleys would have attended at their time in Tupelo. Even when they had moved to Tupelo itself, they probably would have still attended the Assembly of God Church, being picked up probably by Noah Presley in his school bus to attend services. The lady inside explained the structure itself was bought by someone who turned it into a 2-bedroom home. And of course it was moved here from its original location. Now a few statues here at the birthplace actually. We've got Elvis at 13, which has been here for quite a while, and there's two new statues we haven't seen yet up in the Overlook.
I was 18 and he was 21 right here. Now this Sue's, I heard Sue telling you about Auburn Drive. That was his first home on Auburn Drive. And, you know, and like I said, this is one of us, all of us, in 1938. I mean, 43 is when this one was made. I wasn't born till 38. I was born in 35.
Representations of Elvis at 11, receiving the guitar for his 11th birthday, and ultimately ambition fulfilled. Elvis the Entertainer. The last bit of the Presley birthplace is a replica of the Presley family Plymouth car. Packed all their belongings into a car exactly the same as this in November of 1948, and headed for the bright lights of Memphis. Hopefully their situation would improve, but at the time they left in November 48 they were in dire straits, and everything they owned they packed probably into and on top of the car, leaving 1010 North Green Street over in Tupelo apparently in the middle of the night, just up and left, heading for Memphis. So from here we're going to head down into Verona for a little detour, see where Gladys and Vernon were married in June of 1933, and then we'll head back up into Tupelo. A couple more spots on the birthplace trail and places of interest.